Okay, maybe it is the phone. Much better quality. Yep. It was the phone. Crappy camera. Oh, that's why. That explains a lot. It was working off Wi-Fi. That explains a lot. Now let's go back. Let's test something. I'm gonna. Oh well. Yep, much better video quality. This is on my S23 Ultra. The other phone sucked. Yep, just sitting here taking a quick 30. Then I'm going to get going again. We got 100-something miles left. Gonna go get some go-go juice in the truck. How far is it? Hey, Bill. How you doing? Yeah, I think this cheap phone I got is kind of crummy. The video is all pixelated like hell. Of course, it could have just been the Wi-Fi too. So I've been sitting here for 10 minutes, got 20 more to go. And then I can get going and head to the truck stop and get some go-go juice in the truck. And then hopefully maybe get a bit closer and then shut it down, because I got a load that delivers at like 7 o'clock in the morning in South Carolina. Yeah, sorry about the video quality earlier, guys. That cheap phone, no good. Crummy reception. I'm actually watching it on my other phone to check the video quality, also to read comments, and the video quality is a lot better. But then again, I'm up in the mountains, so the video quality is going to be kind of shoddy. Once I get towards the city, it's going to be better. Oh, nice, dude. I don't know. See if I can. Gear jammer. Okay. I'm going to go to your channel on my other phone. I've got 3 phones. I know it sounds strange, but whatever. And now I'm going to go home. I'm going to go type in gear jammer. Gear jammer. Okay, let's see. What the hell? I didn't bring up your YouTube channel. I'm seeing one for Gear Jammer Trucker. Another Gear Jammer. Nice, Bill. Trying to find your YouTube channel, Gear Jammer. Gearjam. Yeah, I'm not seeing your channel. Let's see if I go to CH. Is it Gear Jammer Trucking? Is that what it is, Gear Jammer? Oh, it's just one person in the channel. Damn it. Videos.
What's up, guys? I'm sitting here waiting to be loaded in Smithton, Missouri, picking up some eggs. Yeah, this is pretty cool. A lot of green around here.
Yeah, I don't think that's you.
Anyway, new video for 2025. I took a month off of work, and now I'm in a different truck. I'm in Purple Urkel.
Purple Urkel? Purple Urkel. I like it.
I call it Purple Urkel because it's purple. I took a month off because I had a family medical emergency I had to deal with. And besides, I need...
So I'm not finding Gear Jammer, just Gear Jammer. We're looking for your little profile picture. I'm not seeing it. Maybe that's an old profile picture. I mean, I'm not sure. Do you have any shorts? You do. Well, like I said, I don't think this is you. Yeah, nope, not finding your channel. Maybe you can help me. Maybe change the G to a capital G. Doubt it. Nope. No, that Gear Jammer has more subscribers than I do. Damn. That's messed up.
Hello, my friends. Good morning. I'm sitting here in Casa Grande, Arizona right now. I'm working on pre-tripping my truck. I'm heading over to Rio Rico, over there by Mexico border by Noggles. I'm picking up a produce load this morning. We're gonna hang out for the day, so stick around. Anyway, I got parked late last night. I dropped off over there at the Walmart Distribution Center.
Yep.
And I'm just sitting here on an on-ramp. I'm gonna check my oil, see if I need to add any. My light comes on for my coolant level, so probably gonna be putting some coolant in. Truck's been setting all night, so looks like we're a little low. Gonna stick a gallon in there. Should be right back up to full again. So let me get these things done, and then after that, I'm gonna go open the doors and clean the trailer out.
God, I don't know if that's you. Gear Jammer Trucker. You know what, let's go look up your channel, Bill. There we go, found you, I think. Except this has a purplish B, yours is a blue. There we go. I think I found you, 86 subscribers. Subscribe to yours. Let's click on you. Only 2 videos. subscriber. Okay, I'm subscribing to all the Bill Mayors. That has a blue emblem. There's another one. Kind of B, but still. There you go, Bill. I think I subscribed to your channel. What the fuck?
The mornings are the worst of my day, and I hate waking up because of how hard and painful it is being in this body now. I can't really lay down anymore, you know. I can't breathe if I do, because my weight pushes the air out of my body.
Meet Nathan Prater, a 35-year-old from Palestine, Texas, whose weight of 607 pounds has put a pause on his entire life.
But the dogs, if I don't let them out, then they'll have accidents around the house. I won't be able to clean it up. So I push myself to let them do what they need. But after that, I have to get to where I can rest as soon as possible.
Nothing is easy for Nathan at this point, whether it's sitting down, standing up, or moving around. Everything tires him out.
So as much as I
Okay,
hate
maybe it's not the
because
phone.
of how hard it is, I make myself shower every day. It's just hard to do because of my size. And sometimes I don't get as clean as I want to.
Even something as simple as taking a shower exhausts Nathan because his body just can't handle his weight.
There isn't a moment where I'm not craving something to eat. No matter what I'm facing, food will make it better. Food is my relief and my comfort, and it's what I constantly want. And when I'm eating, it's euphoric. It's like this feeling of relief from whatever negative emotion I have going on at that time.
But with all of this constantly affecting Nathan's life, the one thing he manages to find comfort in is food.
Eating has always been a big part of my life, starting when I was really young. And a part of that is because my dad worked for a food company, so we constantly had junk food around us. Food, it was almost like a headache pill with me for a headache, because it made me happy.
And Nathan doesn't play around when it comes to food. For his first meal of the day, he goes all out, making sure that all of his cravings are satisfied by the time he's done eating. But of course, his unhealthy eating habits date all the way back to his childhood, which is why it's been so hard for him to get rid of them.
I was probably already in like a 1X, 2X. And I can remember trying out for basketball because I like watching basketball. And I thought maybe I would be good at it. They made us try out in front of the whole school in the morning because what they did was they had the students assemble in the gym before they went to their first period. And people were laughing and pointing, and the coach had to stop tryouts. And he yelled at them saying, at least he's down here trying, you know.
Slowly, Nathan began to depend on food emotionally, and the slope was as slippery as it gets. His life completely turned around when he started putting on pounds.
I still to this day think my favorite teacher in the high school level was probably one of the ones that helped get me through. It was around the same time when I found out my mom was diagnosed with cancer. And by the time I graduated, I was around 450 pounds.
However, in high school, he felt like things started turning around a bit when he had someone he could reach out to for help, but things just seemed to get worse for Nathan as a young man, no matter how hard he tried to stay on track.
The first time I saw Nathan, I could see what made him special. He's a great person. And that was one of the things that I was attracted to, was the idea that he would be a partner for me to keep focusing on my journey with.
Today, Nathan barely has the energy to get up from his couch to do anything more than eating. However, his wife saw through his unhealthy eating habits and realized that outside of all that, he was a kind and caring human being.
Because I felt like I wasn't good enough. And I know that disappointed
Let's
me
do this. Where the hell is it?
when I started gaining again.
But despite his wife's support, it's evident that Nathan has just given up on his health now after facing so many disappointments in the past.
I do believe I'm like
Okay.
that, so I would like him to feel more confident in his body and lose some of the weight so we can do more activities together. I always tell him that, like, don't give up, we got this, I'm behind you no matter what. Sometimes I feel like he's not going to be able.
Very complete.
But I can't because of my size. And now I feel like grocery shopping is the only thing that me and Amber really have left together. And it's the only thing we do together aside from eating. Hey, look, they have croissants too.
Huh?
You like croissants, don't you?
But for Nathan, his love for food comes before anything else. While he knows that he doesn't spend enough time with his family, he can't help but schedule all their activities around eating.
It's getting to where I'm having trouble doing what I needed for myself. I'm over 400 pounds now. That's what living like this has done for me. I have severe anxiety. I have depression issues.
Boo-hoo, bitch.
And I am always extremely exhausted. And I just feel like Nathan's just let me down as a husband altogether.
But Nathan's eating habits aren't just affecting him, they're also affecting his wife, who has also been trying to work on her relationship with food. But when she constantly has to take care of her husband, she can barely find the time for herself.
My appointment with Dr. Now is tomorrow. So today I'm headed to Houston.
Are you ready?
Perez, I'm gonna be. It's only 3 hours there and 3 hours back.
You have your charger?
Yes, everything's in.
You sure?
Yes,
You can't use mine.
I know.
It's the first month of Nathan's weight loss journey, and he's getting ready to head to Houston and meet Dr. Now. But of course, he's gonna need a lot of help to get there, despite the drive being relatively short.
I guess I'm a little shaky because this may be the last chance to save what I could see as my family at this moment.
After Nathan is helped inside the car by his in-laws, he finally sets off to meet Dr. Now. But he knows that things aren't going to be easy.
I'm tired and a little sore. But I'm in good spirits because I get to see Dr. Now today and hopefully get his help. I think overall, I'm mostly just nervous about hearing what he says.
The next day, Nathan is tired from the journey, but he's more than ready to go and see Dr. Now to see what steps he can take to lead a healthier life.
And whatever Dr. Now has for me to do,
Careful, that scale's gonna say one at a
I'm
time,
ready to do
please.
it if it means I can get a better life for me and my family.
And, of course, the stakes are extremely high when Nathan is taken in to get weighed.
It's never fun seeing my weight on the scale, especially knowing other people are seeing it too. It's embarrassing.
Safe to say that the 600-pound mark is not where Nathan was expecting to be.
It hurts to, like when I'm at home, if I go from the bathroom back to my living room, I get winded, so I can't walk very far without help. And what makes it worse is that I have lymphedema, and so there's issues with open sores on my legs, my right leg.
So you're at a critical point now where you have to change your eating habit before things get worse for you.
I'm gonna have to be 100% committed. That's it. It's either that.
I'm gonna have to be as a figure of speech.
I will tell you that I am going to be 100% committed.
So you're ready to make the change?
Yes, sir.
The doctor patiently listens to what Nathan has to say, including his struggle with lymphedema. However, now it's time for a classic Dr. Now reality check.
Okay, and your wife, does she struggle with her weight too?
Yes. She is overweight as well.
So why isn't she here with you today?
She had to work.
But that's not where the doctor stops, because he wants to know why Nathan's wife isn't with him, considering she is also severely overweight.
Nathan seems motivated. Hopefully we see that translate into action with him to where he makes the changes he needs when he goes home. But ultimately, no matter the situation, this is all going to be up to Nathan to make the changes he needs to get healthy. Nathan, this is something you have to do if you want to get your life back before you run out of time. So you have a lot of changes to make.
Yes, sir.
Now, the doctor believes that the couple is enabling each other to keep their unhealthy addiction to food going strong. But Dr. Now wants to break that cycle as soon as possible.
Finally make things right like I should. So I'm happy about that. And that I have this chance. But I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a hard road ahead to do this. but I'm ready for it.
And let's just say that as nervous as Nathan is, he's also excited to make the most out of this chance and get healthier for himself and his family.
It's been 3 weeks since my appointment with Dr. Now. Whoa. And since then, Amber and I have been focusing on making all the changes I need with the diet and exercises. There's just some things that I'm able to do physically that I couldn't do 20 days ago. So I actually look forward to exercise now.
A few weeks into the beginning of his weight loss journey, Ethan really has been trying hard to lead a healthier life, and his wife has joined him in the process.
He jumped right in, so I was really impressed. And I would say overall he's doing great. So I really expected him to struggle more than he has.
I don't even know how far we walked.
About an eighth of a mile.
We can turn around if
No, don't stop sign. I'm good. It hurts.
Through all of this, Nathan has found a lot of support in his wife, whom he wasn't expecting to be this involved in his weight loss journey. All in all, the couple is definitely in a better place as they follow Dr. Now's plan.
Try to stick to the 1,200 calories or less, not allowing myself to just eat what I want to when I want to. Going into it, I was like, I'm going to have to eat all this stuff that I don't like. Well, when I figured out that under the 1,200 and work hard and still lose the weight, I was like, I'm going to do this.
It's not about what I would let you do.
What would you do if I went back to that?
I don't know.
How do you feel?
I mean, I've already told you, like, it's too much for me. I'm your caregiver. I'm not your wife, so.
However, there are a few moments in time when things between Nathan and his wife reach a boiling point.
Hello? I know where I'm going, kinda.
Amber and I are in Houston for my second appointment with Dr. Now. I told her how important it was to me for her to be the one that brought me here. It's on the corner right there. See where the red car is?
It's the third month of Nathan's journey, and the tension between Amber and him is evident.
I want her to see the progress that I'm going to have. So she made the time to do this with me today, and that means a lot. And I'm feeling better than I have in years.
After Nathan begged her, she agreed to come to his appointment with him, but clearly she'd rather not be here.
So whatever the scale says, I think it's going to be something I'm at least proud of. But my ultimate goal is to get weight loss surgery. And that's not going to happen if I didn't lose all that I was supposed to lose by today.
We're gonna weigh you. Just hold on 1 second.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
feel it out.
Finally, it's time for the moment of truth. Has Nathan met the goal Dr. Now set for him?
Yes. Friday, dude.
Wow. I'm excited.
Good for you.
The doctor asked Nathan to lose 60 pounds. Guess what? He's managed to do exactly that and then some.
So Nathan, you're down 22 pounds, huh?
Yes, sir.
So tell me what changes you made.
The biggest change that I've made is I've really stuck to that 1,200 calories or less. That's the ultimate bottom line for me.
Of course, the doctor is also pretty impressed with his progress.
Well, I'm proud of you. But my concern right now, seeing both of you, is your wife has a weight problem too. So it's very hard for one person in family to eat healthy while the other person is not. So, Amber, have you thought about getting healthy and doing this with Nathan?
But that's when Dr. Now opens up about his concerns with Nathan's wife.
Me?
Yeah.
I would say I was a success until I had my children, because I was very successful. I lost over 360 pounds with my first surgery.
Well, and the reason for that being that the underlying issues driving you to eat were never fully addressed. And in your case, your success was only short-term.
And it's safe to say that Amber wants to blame her weight gain on her husband, leaving the doctor a little confused.
So I think the dynamic of household will be better if you both are working to get healthy together, so that both of you are in the same situation with the eating habit and able to manage it together. So is that something you're interested in?
Yes. I think I'd like to do that.
Okay.
The doctor believes that both Nathan and Amber have been influencing each other's eating habits without realizing it. But Amber hates all the attention that she's being given. But the doctor thinks that for this whole thing to really work, both of them need to start working together and follow the doctor's orders. And thankfully, the two of them seem to agree to that.
Nathan is doing very well, and I'm proud of the progress he's made over the last 2 months. So I'm confident he's ready for weight loss surgery. But my concern right now is Amber and her health, and how that's going to affect both of them going forward.
However, the doctor is still concerned about Amber, since he seems to think that she might derail Nathan's progress as well.
Your weight is climbing too.
But the reality is that at her size, she's eating because she wants to eat, and so she shares some of the blame for their dynamic as well. Hopefully, she considers the option to change her unhealthy habits and ultimately get a revision to her previous weight loss surgery that she has found.
But while Nathan is on the right track, the doctor wants to make sure that Amber also starts living a healthier lifestyle, and her journey begins today.
The fact that she responded to Dr. Now and told him she'd consider doing his program has me excited. Because one of my big fears is how our relationship became about food. What losing the only thing we have to bond over could mean for us. So if we have doing this to bond over now, that'd be incredible.
Now, Nathan is approved for weight loss surgery, Amber enters the program, ready to follow the doctor's diet, and things are looking pretty hopeful for the couple.
After the last appointment with Dr. Now, Amber and I came back home to Palestine. To get a revision to her weight loss surgery.
You know, when Dr. Now approached me when Nathan was there to be seen, I was angry. I was really angry, and I was hurt because I felt blindsided. But once I had time to process, I was overjoyed because just knowing that Dr. Now is willing to help me just makes me blessed and makes me excited now.
It's the 4th month of the journey, and Amber and Nathan both seem to be really giving it their all and being honest about the changes they need to make to their life.
What are you gonna get, dude?
I'm thinking the lunch Swiss chicken, maybe?
Okay. But what do I want today? No, I love their potato soup.
Like the appetizer today, mozzarella stick, fries.
No. I was nervous going to the restaurant because that restaurant in particular, I normally would get all the stuff that is insanely unhealthy, but I went in there with the idea that I have got to make sure that I start making good choices. Otherwise, what was the point of me going through the whole journey in the first place?
While Amber and Nathan still go out and share their love for food, they're both extremely careful about what they eat every single day.
I'm here at the hospital for my weight loss surgery. And I'm excited to finally get something I've needed for years.
All right, Nathan, you ready for your big day today?
I am.
As ready as I can be. Let's
So
do
far, you
this.
have done a good job on
As ready
losing
as
weight.
I'll ever be.
That
Let's
made
get this done.
surgery and risk much less. So you're doing
As ready
good,
as I'll
and you're
ever be.
ready
Let's
for
get this
this.
In the 5th month, the morning when Nathan's surgery is scheduled, he reports to the hospital for a weight check. He weighed in at 521 pounds with a 14-pound loss, and now it's time for him to go through the weight loss surgery.
So far, he's done a great job and has continued to lose weight and lost another 14 pounds this past month. He's down to 521, so he's motivated and he's working hard and started doing what he needs. So I think he's ready for his weight loss surgery. Okay, starting the first incision. Because all that weight is putting a significant amount of strain on his body to where any number of small things can push his body to the limit.
Now, the procedure obviously isn't easy considering that Nathan's weight makes it hard for the doctor to perform surgery on him.
Nathan's surgery went very well. We were able to complete his gastrectomy and he's doing very well. Nathan had a very long stomach and a big stomach. We were able to remove 80 to 85% of his stomach. So he's going to be able to lose weight much easier after surgery because he's going to be able to eat small amounts, get full real quick, and not be as hungry. And operation is going to give Nathan a better chance to control his eating habit and lose more weight and get closer to his ideal body weight. So this surgery will help keep Nathan on track while we work to address the underlying issues and the dynamic behind all this unhealthy eating. But I think he's going to do very well.
Back in the operation theater, the doctor is really struggling to make sure he's able to get rid of enough fat while making sure that no harm comes to Nathan's body. And now, it's time to see whether Nathan manages to recover well from this intense procedure.
Okay, so breakfast, an egg, please. You're gonna scramble.
No, I thought I'd just, bounce it off the floor and see if it works.
You could, like.
Don't ask me to try and fry it. Don't.
A few weeks, Nathan is back home and recovering, and the relationship between him and Amber seems to be pretty good.
So I just eat what I eat, and if it tempts him, hey, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, and he's gonna have to see for himself.
By next month, if she doesn't make it to her weight loss goal, I'm scared she won't get the surgery. And it's important to me that she does that. So we're able to keep doing this together.
You done?
I don't know. I think so.
The only problem is that Nathan is supposed to be on a liquid-only diet for now. However, when he sees his wife eating something, he can rarely ever resist the temptation.
Amber and I are back in Houston to go to our next appointment with Dr. Now. And I'm nervous because I don't know what the scale's going to show for either of us. I know I've been losing because of the weight loss surgery and how little it lets me eat. And I know Amber's been working hard. So I'm just hoping that we both have some good progress today.
In the 6th month, the couple is headed back to Houston for their follow-up with Dr. Now.
Me first?
You first.
So to be on track, I should be down to 481 today. I'm a bit speechless because I don't see how I lost so little.
While Nathan thought he would be doing okay, he hasn't hit the mark he was supposed to, and now it's time for Amber.
I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I tried to tell him, but all I could do is control me. At my last appointment, I was at 502, and Dr. Now told me to lose 50 pounds in order to get approved for my revision.
Oh, close.
That's
So
disappointing
close.
to say the least.
And sadly, even she hasn't met the goal that would qualify her for another weight loss surgery, like the doctor suggested. Walking into Dr. Now's office, the couple is nervous, knowing that he will call them out on their mistakes.
I don't think today's going to go like I hoped. So that's disappointing, but we both have no one to blame but ourselves.
Well, Nathan, starting with you, this is about a month after the surgery, and you have lost the whole 6 pounds instead of 40. So what's going on that you only lost 6 pounds in 1 month after weight loss surgery?
I honestly, the only thing I can think of is that I probably have eaten stuff that I shouldn't have.
Once the doctor walks in, it's obvious that Dr. Now isn't impressed.
You go through all these things and you work hard and got a second chance to get your life back. But now you throw it away and going back to killing yourself with food. What are we going to do to change that?
Not make those choices anymore. Work harder.
Why should I believe you're going to follow through this time?
He immediately starts asking Nathan why he's taking his life for granted. And once the doctor starts going off, there's nothing Nathan can say to defend himself.
Amber,
I did horrible, sir. Horrible.
wait a minute. You, instead of losing weight, we gave you all the tools. You already had 1 weight loss surgery and you gained 3 pounds.
Yes.
So what is going on in this household?
So, for me, I panicked and I literally did not get out of bed. I didn't count my calories or anything for 2 weeks, which is, the proof is right there. I just gave up.
Then it's time for Amber. And now, the doctor really wants to know what it is that Amber and Nathan are doing to be affecting each other's journeys like this.
I can do it. I haven't, but I know I can.
Well, I know I can go to moon too. But what is the practical reality of that? That's going to happen? Yeah, I can go. You
Right.
get me a rocket, I will go. But that's going to be a reality? No, it's not. And figure of speech isn't going to change anything. Amber, what's the solution for you?
I just have to get back at it and prove to you that I was on the right track to begin with and that I'm not going to fail you again.
Well, I can't believe any word you saying or Nathan saying until I see some action.
Right.
The doctor lays down all his concerns with the way the couple has been treating this journey as a joke. However, Nathan claims that he knows he can hit the goal the doctor wants him to, but the doctor needs him to be realistic.
And Nathan, you went off the rail quicker after surgery than anybody I have ever seen. So at this point, I'm disappointed for both of you. So I'm going to give you both 2 months to get back on track, okay? So,
Yes, sir.
this is your life, and the only wealth in this world you got is your health. And you're throwing it away by overeating and killing yourself with the food and making excuses that are acceptable to yourself, not to anybody else. If you keep this up, I guarantee you, neither of you will be here 5 years from now.
He also confronts Ethan for gaining weight after the weight loss surgery, which is baffling to say the least, considering none of the doctor's other patients have experienced this.
We have a very unfortunate situation with Nathan and Amber. For Nathan, I've never seen someone work against weight loss surgery like he, especially in such a dangerous way, so soon after the operation. And I think Amber's influence on both her and Nathan's eating habits is much greater than they both realize and she admits. So the dynamic between them is looking like it is a more intricate issue that is going to be more difficult to address. Hopefully therapy will help with that because they both are in a very dangerous place where they are about to self-destruct.
At the same time, he wants the couple to go to therapy to figure out how they might be affecting each other's actions and opinions.
Amber and I are headed to the couples therapy that Dr. Now wanted us to go to. And if it's something that will help us, I'm ready to do it. Thank you. But it's definitely a little scary.
Welcome.
Well, I'm sure.
Glad to see you guys. What made you attracted to each other?
I think she's strong. The strength that I wish I had, I see in her.
What'd you see in him?
He's very level-headed, very grounded.
It's month 8, and Amber and Nathan are finally ready to go to couples therapy since they want to make this work.
Does she respect you?
I think so.
No, probably not.
Wow.
I didn't want to answer that because I didn't want to upset her.
No, probably not. No. No.
So, Nathan, you're a great guy, but I haven't seen you stick up for yourself. If you don't stick up for yourself, it's hard for people, even your wife, to respect you. And so we got to get you sticking up for yourself. And that may involve sticking up to her. Because sometimes a partner will undermine somebody's weight loss.
I need her to be more forceful when it comes to that.
But I'm not going to do that.
You don't need her to do anything. You got to leave her out of it. Start advocating for yourself. It's going to make her respect you more. And the number one thing you can do for yourself now is what? Lose the weight.
Oh, okay.
Things take a drastic turn when Amber claims that she doesn't respect Nathan, and he fails to understand why he doesn't have his wife's approval. And while there's still a lot of work for these two to do, at least this is a start.
It's been a few weeks since we had our appointment with Dr. Paradise. And since then, Amber and I have been focusing on the things that he told us to do. But I will say, I've been proud of myself for how much I've been doing on my own, and how well I'm doing at it. I joined the gym, and I got a trainer, so I can push myself to do even more with my exercises. But at the same time, when I'm here and I hit a new goal, what I want to do is turn and tell Amber. And then I wish she was here.
A few weeks later, Nathan has started taking his health more seriously than ever. However, no matter how hard he's trying, Nathan feels like his relationship is constantly rocky, and he has completely lost his wife's love.
I'm in Houston for the appointment with Dr. Now. Amber couldn't make it today because she had to work. She got a new job this past month. And she wasn't expected to have to work today. So she thought she was going to be free today. But I know that he's going to think that she's trying to avoid him or avoid the scale. But that's not what's going on.
In the 8th month, it's time for Nathan to head over to the doctor for an appointment. Sadly, though, Amber doesn't make it.
At the last appointment 2 months ago, I was at 515 and Dr. Nash says I should be losing at least 20 pounds a month. That means I need to have lost 40 pounds by today to be under 475.
Now, after making all these lifestyle changes, working out and going to therapy, Nathan wants to know if any of it has worked.
We're going to be going to room 5, please.
And while he hasn't hit the exact mark, it's definitely almost there. But will that be enough for the doctor?
Like you're losing about...
Or doesn't make it?
At the last appointment 2 months ago, I was at 515 and Dr. Nash says I should be losing at least 20 pounds a month. That means I need to have lost 40 pounds by today to be under 475.
Now, after making all these lifestyle changes, working out and going to therapy, Nathan wants to know if any of it has worked.
We're going to be going to room 5, please.
And while he hasn't hit the exact mark, it's definitely almost there. But will that be enough for the doctor?
So it looked like you're losing about 14 pounds a month, which is closer to what you should be losing 2-3 months after weight loss surgery. But you have a little ways to go to be losing 20 pounds a month like you should be. But Amber didn't give that appointment either.
You know Amber's going to be here next time.
All right, no more excuses that she couldn't make it.
I know that she wants to do this. She'll be here next time. We're both in this 100%.
Okay, keep up the good work and I'll see you in 2 months.
More than Nathan, though, the doctor is concerned about Amber. Surprisingly, the doctor is happy with Nathan's progress, but he definitely thinks that it can be better while going hand in hand with his therapy.
Amber and I are back at Dr. Now's for our next appointment, and we're both a little nervous, but we're both expecting to see progress today. But I've been trusting that all we're doing is going to move us in the right direction. So I'm hoping that is up for us today.
It's the time around. Amber is also here to see if she's made any progress.
I can show him I'm ready to do what I need to get healthy and hopefully get my revision surgery soon. The last time my weight was at 505, and my goal has been to lose 50 pounds. So that would put me at 455 today. That's close, and it's a lot of weight loss.
Again, while Amber hasn't hit the exact goal, she's pretty near to it. And in this, all progress is good progress.
To be on track, I should have lost 40 pounds to be under 447 today. I'm proud of us. I think we both did great, so I'm really happy right now.
Then it's time for Nathan. And well, him and Amber are pretty much making the same amount of progress.
Amber, I'm glad that you could make it this time.
Sorry I missed the last appointment. It won't happen again.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad to see that you're making some progress.
Thank you.
You both have been making progress, so that's good.
The dynamic for us is different than a lot of people.
So it was hard, but it was really good. It made us really look at how we are as a couple and work on that. We started putting those in place.
All right, so the key issue will be to continue that for long term.
Yes.
All right, I'm glad to hear that.
It's finally time for the couple to meet the doctor, and he acknowledges their constant progress.
We'll do an endoscopy on you to see how things are with your first weight loss surgery you had when you were younger, to see if a revision is possible. There could be scar tissue or other reasons preventing a revision or another weight loss surgery. If everything looks good, I will schedule you for a weight loss surgery revision in 2 months.
Okay.
We'll set that up and we'll go from there. But I'm proud of both of your progress, so keep up the good work. I'm very happy to see the improved progress with both Nathan and Amber. I was initially concerned about Amber because of the fact she has already failed one weight loss surgery and because of the pattern I've seen from her where she seems to avoid responsibility for her part with the negative dynamic between her and Nathan. But I'm glad to see that's not the case and that she's starting to make the changes she needs.
And while the doctor can't give Amber her weight loss surgery just yet, he's more than happy to do to see whether a revision on her previous weight loss surgery will even be possible. All in all, the doctor is pretty supportive of the couple, commending them for their good job.
I'm here at the hospital for my endoscopy, but I'm getting my weight check done first to see how I've been doing the past month. 454.2? Yeah, it works. I'm still moving along and I'm getting there. I'm a little nervous because I really want to have the surgery. But at the same time, this part is out of my hands, so it'll just be what it is. But I'm confident that if there's a way to do it, Dr. Now will figure it out.
In the 11th month, Amber is gearing up for her endoscopy to see what Dr. Now can do with the revision of her weight loss surgery.
Amber has a very difficult situation. She has a which is a staple line, which is very narrow staple line and leaving a very small stomach on one side and make it very difficult to work without. There is practically no way to do a sleeve gastrectomy on here because the staple line make it so narrow that she won't be able to swallow. So the only potential for revision will be gastric bypass, which is a more complex operation than sleeve gastrectomy. But that option is still going to be difficult because of those scar tissue she had, but we can work with it to do a bypass. Your family is going to stay committed to doing what she needs to make the second weight loss surgery successful this time.
Sadly, though, right now, it's a little difficult for the doctor to revise Amber's surgery. However, the option she does have is to get a gastric bypass, which is still going to be hard because of her scar tissue.
Well, we did endoscopy. You do have a very difficult situation because you got a narrow staple line, which is about 7 inches long. And that is making it very, very difficult to be able to correct that to sleeve. The only possibility is to convert that to gastric bypass.
Okay.
So we'll schedule that for 2 months from now.
All right, sounds great.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
Right now, I'm encouraged by Amber's progress, and I'm happy to see Amber lost 7 pounds over the last month. So hopefully she sticks to it, and we are able to move ahead with her weight loss surgery soon.
However, Amber really needs to show a lot of dedication, ensuring that she doesn't let go of herself like she did back with her first surgery.
Amber and I had another appointment with Dr. Now today, and it went well. He says we're on track. And the really good news is that he scheduled Amber's surgery for next month. So we're both excited about that.
When Nathan told me his idea to stay in Houston and go out, I wasn't sure if it was a good idea because I didn't know if this was going to lead to anything because that's what we've always done together. But I decided I was going to make up my mind.
I do think Nathan is on the right track to him kind of going back to being my husband, back like it was originally, but it's a work in progress.
It's the final month of Nathan and Amber's weight loss journey. Through all of this, Nathan has lost a total of 193 pounds, while Amber has lost 47 pounds. The two are still on track for their weight loss, with Amber's surgery being scheduled as well. Through all their struggles, Amber and Nathan seem to have finally found their groove again, with the help of Dr. Now and with each other's support.
Working. I'm simply eating for 2 weeks. I can't quit eating. So that
Really?
Clay.
We meet John first, and it's evident that he's here.
every day of my life starts with the same thought that I can't believe I've let things get this bad with my weight. I can't even sleep normal because I can't sleep laying down. I can't breathe. My weight smothers me. So for almost 8 years, I've slept in a chair. And that's lonely because I can't even share a bed with my wife anymore.
The minute his family leaves, John finds the strength to get up from his bed, and the only thing that's calling him is food. I love a good breakfast, but looking at John downing a dozen sausages and a platter full of tater tots loaded with cheese is making me nauseous. There's no way this man gets anything done after this greasy meal.
In our day-to-day life, I do a lot of things taking care of John because he can't do the simple things for himself, but it is worth it to me because I love John.
I never want to ask Amber for help. When I first stand up, I get a little dizzy, and the first steps in the morning are hard.
And it's not my camera.
And every step I take is like shooting pains through my legs, my knees, my feet, my back. I don't wish it on anybody.
Sadly, John and Lonnie haven't had the easiest childhood, especially due to their dad's